Hi, my name is Margot Connolly. I'm an affiliated writer, and I taught the seminar Writing and Understanding Teenage Girls. Yeah, I wanted to teach this class because I think teenage girls are underrepresented in the American canon. And I really love thinking about teenagers. It's really encouraged me to feel hopeful for the future and be kinder to my past self, and made me think about ways that we can make this world more accommodating for the people who are living in it and the younger people who are inheriting it. So that was my goal. Yeah, I just want students to walk away with the understanding that teenagers in general and sort of teenage girls in particular are full, complicated people that are worth a coming of age story of their own and are rich with lots of possible stories to tell. Yeah, one of the exercises that I really like and that we did during the class sort of involves like character creation or generation. And the first thing that you do is you just find an image of any character that you want to create. For our purposes, we used images of young people and teenagers, and then answer sort of a series of questions about that person just to start figuring out who they are and getting a sense of, how they sit in the world. So here are some of the questions that we used if you want to use them. So just, what's your full name? When you were born? What did you have for breakfast this morning? What are your 3 best qualities, with the caveat that, people are not always so clear on what's best about them. Have you ever been wrongly accused of something? And if so, what? Who's your best friend and your worst enemy? What's a secret only one person knows, and who's that person? And what's a secret nobody knows? So yeah, just using those to start generating character. Yeah, I don't know if it was like exactly a discovery, but I think what I left feeling really like full and really heartened by how seriously people were taking teenage girls who are, categorically not taken seriously. And just the great insights from the students about what we can gain from talking about these people. I mean, obviously, I love that we're kind of in like a renaissance of plays about teenage girls. There's a lot of them, and a lot of them are really good. Like a handful of literally just the first ones that came to mind were The Wolves by Sarah DeLapp and John Proctor is the Villain by Kimberly Bellflower, which we talked about in our session. There's also Peerless by Ji-Hae Park, I'll Be in My Hanukkah Palace by Alexa Derman. Schoolgirls or the African Mean Girls play by Jocelyn Vio. All of those are grade A, excellent teenage girl plays. And also just if people were interested in sort of girls studies more broadly, I really love Peggy Orenstein's books about girls, which sort of span the entire spectrum of girlhood. Schoolgirls and Girls and Sex are writing specifically about teenagers, but there's also one called Cinderella Ate My Daughter, which is focusing kind of on 6-year-olds. There's a great book by Lynn Michael Brown called Girl Fighting and Powered by Girl, which is about supporting teenaged girl activists. And there's just sort of a primer on girls studies by Ellen Lipkin called Girl Studies, which is just sort of critical writing about girls and girlhood. So those are cool too. Yeah, I really love the epigraph that Sarah DeLapp includes in The Wolves, which we talked about in class, which is a Gertrude Stein quote. We're always the same age inside. And I also really love Margaret Atwood in her book Cat's Eye looks a lot at a friendship between girls, and has this excellent quote, which is, "Little girls are cute and small only to adults. To one another, they are not cute. They are life-sized," which I find moving. Yeah, my plays are all listed on New Play Exchange under my name, Margot Connolly. And my website is writemargowrite.com. And I occasionally talk about the television show The Walking Dead on the podcast Don't Podcast Dead Inside with another playwright, if you just want some zombie talk.